This video is not for the faint of heart. When Mother Nature strikes at sea, the results are terrifying, unpredictable, and sometimes absolutely catastrophic. Welcome to Shipstorm TV, where we bring you jaw-dropping footage of the world's biggest maritime disasters caught on camera. From massive rogue waves crashing into cargo ships to unbelievable collisions in the heart of deadly storms, what you're about to witness will leave you breathless. Could you survive one of these disasters if you were on board? Hold on tight, because what happens next might just make you gasp. Oh my God, did that ship just disappear? These are moments you'll want to rewind again and again, but also never want to live through. Let's dive into the chaos, the danger, and the incredible will to survive.
A fishing boat is sailing through a
massive ships, critical errors, and consequences beyond imagination. A colossal cargo vessel spirals out of control, crashing head-on into the port of Suez, Egypt. The impact is catastrophic. In a matter of seconds, the entire port grinds to a halt. Cameras capture every bone-rattling moment as the steel hull crushes dockside structures like paper. This isn't just a collision. It's a chilling reminder of how a single miscalculation can paralyze global trade, risk lives, and unleash chaos.
Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
In the heart of the U.S., disaster strikes through the fog. A Mexican Navy vessel slams directly into the iconic Brooklyn Bridge under a blanket of heavy fog. The violent impact injures at least 3 sailors and leaves a section of the historic structure badly damaged. This wasn't just a collision, it was a wake-up call. When visibility vanishes, even the most trusted routes become ticking time bombs. Off the coast of Portugal, disaster struck in the blink of an eye. A chemical tanker was overwhelmed by a towering 10-meter tsunami, disappearing beneath the waves in just minutes. Massive swells tore through the ship, causing barrels of hazardous chemicals to burst open and drift across the open sea, posing a serious threat to marine life and nearby coastlines. It was a chilling reminder. At sea, even the strongest steel is no match for nature's fury. Meanwhile, in the Caribbean, a terrifying collision sent shockwaves through the sea. A massive cargo ship slammed straight into the midsection of a luxury cruise liner. On board were hundreds of electric vehicle battery packs. The real danger? Experts warned that just one spark could have triggered a chain reaction of explosions. It was a race against time as emergency crews scrambled to contain the threat. In moments like this, one miscalculation can turn paradise into a firestorm. Off the coast of France in the Bay of Biscay, a 12,000-ton cargo vessel found itself staring down a Category 10 storm. Towering waves, some as high as buildings, crashed against the bow, making the steel hull scream under the pressure. With the navigation system jammed and visibility near zero, the captain made a desperate call, cut the engines and let the ship drift, hoping to stay afloat. One wrong move, and it could have been swallowed whole. Not far from there, a small fishing boat was tossed helplessly in the heart of the storm. Onboard cameras captured terrifying footage, waves surging like living monsters, threatening to swallow the tiny vessel whole in the furious ocean. Sailors screamed for help through the deafening howl of the wind as seawater crashed over the deck again and again. In the treacherous Drake Passage, one of the most dangerous sea routes on the planet, a cruise ship carrying hundreds of passengers was slammed by towering 40-foot waves. The entire vessel shook violently. Passengers were thrown from their seats, and furniture crashed across the decks like a scene straight out of a disaster movie. Every heart-pounding second was captured on camera, raw, real, and terrifying. In a shocking incident, an oversized cargo ship attempted to pass beneath a bridge, only to slam into it with terrifying force. The ship's upper deck collided with the steel structure, sending debris flying in all directions. Miraculously, no one was injured, but part of the bridge collapsed, a chilling reminder of what a single miscalculation at sea can unleash. Elsewhere, the mighty USS Kitty Hawk aircraft carrier was returning from a top-secret mission, right in the heart of a raging storm. Cameras captured the massive vessel battling ferocious waves, and by the time it reached port, the bow was severely damaged, twisted and crushed as if a giant had stomped on its steel frame. In a rare and nerve-wracking encounter, two massive cargo ships, each the size of a skyscraper on its side, drifted dangerously close in a swirling current. They squared off in slow motion, scraping hulls like two giants locked in a tense, heavyweight showdown. And out at sea, a runaway cargo ship slammed straight into a seaside mansion. The historic home was crushed in seconds. Bricks and timber shattered under the weight of thousands of tons of steel. This isn't a movie. It's real, and it's terrifying.
I hope there's nobody in the house. Why did I see that?
The open sea isn't just where nature unleashes its fury, it's where humans can become their own worst threat. In a tense standoff, British and French fishermen turned the English Channel into a floating battlefield. Scallop boats rammed into each other, rocks and flares were thrown, all for the riches lying beneath the waves.
Looking nice! Jesus!
In Asian waters, a Japanese vessel suddenly switched to bulldozer mode, plowing straight into a U.S. ship amid rising territorial tensions. The impact crumpled the American hull, and no one could say for sure whether it was an accident or a calculated warning. In the Atlantic, a French fishing boat was chased down by patrol forces on suspicion of illegal fishing. The high-speed pursuit ended in a violent collision, sending white spray exploding into the air. Even more terrifying, two massive cargo ships collided in the North Sea, creating a fireball in the middle of the ocean. Firefighting crews rushed straight into the flames, stopping a full-blown catastrophe by mere seconds. Off the Atlantic coast, a rare and chilling scene was caught on camera. A pod of killer whales chasing down a small boat. They surged forward at terrifying speed, ramming and biting at the hull like it was prey in a deadly game of hunt. The maritime disasters we've just witnessed aren't just random incidents. They're stark reminders of how fragile life is out at sea. A missing tugboat, a faulty rudder system, or even a miscalculation of a few meters in height. That's all it takes for catastrophe to strike in an instant. If you found this eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for Shipstorm TV, where we bring you raw, breathtaking moments that remind us all, never underestimate the power of the ocean.
Shit!
Think you're watching a Hollywood disaster movie? Think again. This is real ocean, real danger, real consequences. Out there in the raging sea, one wrong move could cost a life. Welcome to Shipstorm TV, where nature's fury meets human grit in heart-stopping moments caught on camera. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a jaw-dropping scene that'll leave you breathless and on edge. In the vast expanse of international waters, a cargo ship is suddenly ambushed by 3 high-speed boats, charging like a tidal wave. Armed pirates leap onto the deck with deadly intent, something no one on board could have imagined. But within seconds, the ship's security team launches a fierce counterattack. Gunfire echoes across the crashing waves, and one pirate boat is obliterated on the spot. Life and death were only seconds apart. Out at sea, just when you think you're safe, danger can strike from any direction. A massive oil tanker weighing tens of thousands of tons slowly begins to list in eerily calm seas. There's no visible collision, no storm in sight, yet water is rushing into its compartments like death, knocking on every steel door. Panic erupts among the crew as they send out frantic distress signals, while the stern of the ship vanishes into the dark abyss. One small mistake, one colossal disaster. The ocean shows no mercy. Sometimes all it takes is a tiny breach to sink a steel giant. Collision caused by captain's error. In the thick, blinding fog far offshore, 2 massive cargo ships surge forward, neither slowing down, neither changing course. A single misjudgment by the captain, paired with a radar delay of just a few seconds, turned the open sea into a scene of chaos. The deafening clash of steel on steel echoed like thunder, ripping through the bow, spilling oil and cargo into the ocean. Only the sea can make humans feel this small. One mistake on the bridge was all it took to write a tragedy for hundreds. A peaceful afternoon off the coast of Florida turned into a nightmare in seconds. A luxurious yacht, gliding smoothly over calm waters, suddenly erupted in a deafening explosion from the engine room. Flames engulfed the vessel within minutes. Passengers jumped into the sea in sheer panic, smoke and fire raging above them like a scene from an apocalyptic movie. Life and death were separated by mere seconds. No one could have imagined that a lavish getaway would end in screams beneath a burning sky. In the blink of an eye, nature's fury is unleashed. Adults swept away like leaves, massive barges shattered into pieces as they slam into barriers. No sirens, no warnings, just one fleeting second between life and death. The ocean may seem calm until it isn't, and when it turns, you won't get a second chance. Are you ready to face its wrath? Through a blinding whiteout, the icebreaker roars, tearing through steel-thick ice like a beast unleashed. In the distance, a luxury yacht rocks violently in the North Sea, pelted by hail, slammed by hurricane-force winds, before crashing into a towering iceberg. It looks like a scene ripped straight from a doomsday movie. One mistake, and hundreds of lives could vanish beneath the bone-crushing ice. This isn't just about skill, it's a battle of guts and nerves of steel. In the frozen sea, 1 second of distraction can cost everything. In the seemingly calm sea, a small boat suddenly triggers a hidden underwater mine left from war. In a split second, the ocean is torn apart. A massive column of water shoots skyward, towering dozens of meters high, engulfing the ship's bow. The deafening blast echoes like thunder across the open sea. Shock waves slam the crew to the deck, shatter windows, and send gear flying. One moment of carelessness. The cost is the entire vessel. The ocean isn't just beautiful. It hides deadly relics of the past beneath every wave. Don't let the ocean's beauty fool you. Out here, a 10-meter shark can strike without warning. A hidden rip current can drag you under in seconds. And drifting containers, massive steel boxes, float like ticking time bombs across the waves. There's no safe zone at sea. 1 second of distraction, and you could be the next name on a missing list.
Here we go.
A tropical storm slammed into the coastline within hours, dragging in waves as tall as towering walls of water. A small fishing boat stranded on a jagged reef stood helpless against the roaring sea. Fishermen leapt overboard, diving into the raging whirlpool, desperate to survive. The wind howled, thunder cracked, and every wave felt like it could swallow them whole. Only the ocean can make a human feel this small. In the face of nature's fury, survival instinct is the only thing keeping them afloat. Ever wondered why the ocean rises and falls every day? It's all about the gravitational pull of the moon, and sometimes the sun. As the moon orbits Earth, it drags the sea along, creating tides. But tides aren't just a cool, natural event. For those who live or work at sea, tides are a matter of survival. A slight miscalculation, ships can run aground, slip anchors, or capsize. Especially during full or new moons, spring tides hit hard. Miss it by a few minutes, you lose the whole ship. Ever had a close call with the tide? Drop your story in the comments. Your experience might save someone else's life. Nature is beautiful, but it's also brutally unforgiving. Towering waves like skyscrapers and fierce storms can swallow massive ships in seconds. No technology can tame the ocean, but solid preparation, from crew training and equipment checks to accurate weather forecasts, can mean the difference between life and death. Sailing isn't always a relaxing adventure. Sometimes it's a non-stop battle against nature's raw power. Do you think you'd have the guts to face the sea like this? Smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss these epic moments and life-saving lessons from the deep. Shipstorm TV, where the ocean tells its story.